Good morning, honored guests, friends, my colleagues, and members of the administration. Today, I am incredibly excited to announce the largest grant the city of Miami has ever received in its history. Today, we're announcing a $60 million U.S. Department of Transportation grant, which marks a critical leap forward in the I-395 Underdeck and Heritage Trail project. Our city is grateful beyond measure to all those who made this happen in the federal government, including but not limited to Senator Marco Rubio, who was an author of a letter in support of this grant. As we all know, the project is near and dear to the people of Overtown, and we're going to have our chairwoman who represents that area speak right after me. They were disconnected by I-395 in the previous iteration, which also disconnected their neighborhoods. This occurred in the 1960s with a degree of indifference that we today avoid and have avoided through careful planning and rigorous community engagement. The Underdeck and the Heritage Trail project not only corrects a long-standing injustice, it provides a degree of beauty, vibrancy, connectivity, prosperity, mobility, and recreation that any world-class city should have. I've always said, when you can create a park, particularly in an urban setting, what you're doing is you're converting land that often is underutilized or not utilized at all, and you're giving it infinite value back to the community forever. Overtown's community has seen green space projects like the Underdeck and Heritage Trail delivered in other parts of the city and the community. We've witnessed the Underline and the Miami Riverwalk taking shape, and we're so proud of those initiatives as well. But today is Overtown's time. Once completed, the Underdeck and Heritage Trail will be a true blessing that will awaken the best in Miamians. Your family and my family will be able to experience Miami as it should be, as one. In a few short years, Miami residents, visitors, elected officials, and urban planners will call this day a historic day in our city. Our city is already ranked among the nation's happiest and healthiest, but this pivotal funding will reflect an urgency we place behind making and keeping it that way. In the decades to come, people will consider the Underdeck and Heritage Trail to be a shining example of our tireless efforts to create and sustain a Miami that is for everyone. We are building something special in this city. Recognize that when we do good, we all do well. I just want to say thank you to our staff. Lillian Blondette, who is the director of our grants department, has been working for the city. Yes, please. She's been working for the city for approximately 20 years. And this morning I asked her, I said, is this the biggest grant you've ever secured? And she says, yeah, I think this is the biggest grant the city's ever received. And so it's a testament to her hard work. I certainly want to thank our city manager, Art Noriega, who's here, who's helped put together this incredible team. I want to thank Hector Badilla, who's our CIP director that I see back there. And I want to thank Francisco, we call him Pancho. Thank you so much. Our legislative director, who's out there also advocating at the federal government level and in Tallahassee for us. He had a great session as well, so thank you, Pancho. This is really, truly a blessing for our city. Like I said, we have invested tens of millions of dollars in the Underline. We now have FDOT that's going to invest $10 million to layer on top of the $60 million from the federal Department of Transportation. And so what we're doing and the legacy that we are creating here in the city of Miami through the chair's advocacy for her community, for her neighborhood, is going to provide not just connectivity, but in my opinion, infinite benefit to a community that was wronged for many, many years. It's frankly one of the biggest achievements that we've been able to secure in my administration, and I'm incredibly proud of it. I'm going to just say it briefly in Spanish. Is that okay? Very brief. Buenos días. hoy estamos anunciando el hecho que hemos recibido $60 millones del Departamento de Transportación Federal para construir un parque central en la ciudad de Miami, conectando al vecindario de Overtown a Downtown. Esto es algo que está arreglando una injusticia que sufrió ese vecindario hace muchos años, y hoy estamos recibiendo la mayor cantidad de dinero que hemos recibido en toda la historia de la ciudad de Miami. Así que quiero agradecer los esfuerzos de nuestra administración, de nuestro administrador, del Departamento de Grants, Lillian Blondet, del Departamento de Obras Capitales, Héctor Badilla, de nuestro asistente legislativo, Francisco, y de todo de nuestra administración que han hecho hoy una posibilidad. Quiero también agradecer los esfuerzos de la presidenta de nuestra comisión, Christine King, cuyo pedida por su vecindario es parte de lo que resultó en estos $60 millones. Ella ha sido parte de reduciendo la tasa de desamparados en nuestra comunidad, y también hoy en día entregándole el regalo más precioso que hemos tenido desde que yo empecé mi alcaldía. Esto va a transformar a la ciudad de Miami. Lo que estamos viendo con el estadio de Beckham y con este parque y con el Underline van a completamente transformar a la ciudad de Miami. Así que para mí es un día de mucho orgullo. What we're seeing in the few years that I've been blessed to serve you as your mayor is a total transformation of our city. We're from the Beckham Miami Freedom Park Stadium to this $60 million park to the Underline, which is a $100 million investment in our community. We're seeing some transformational projects that are going to change the landscape of who we are and are going to allow us to focus on your most precious asset, which is your time and your return on time. So thank you, and may God bless all of you. Madam Chair, thank you.
Good morning, everyone. There really isn't much to say. I'd like to bring up my colleague, Commissioner Pardo. We share this space. This space covers both of our districts. As the chairwoman of the City of Miami Commission, as well as the chairwoman of the Southeast Overtown Park CRA, and the district commissioner for Overtown, this project means everything to me. Getting it right means everything to our community. We are here because this expressway went through the neighborhood of Overtown and decimated that community. And we are going to make sure that this space is respective of the people who live in that community, who suffered and who will now reap the benefits of getting this space right. We cannot afford to muck this up. And I want to thank staff again, because we are the spokespersons for this project, but they are the worker bees. They get it done. $60+ million. There's still more to go. This project is a Herculean effort, but together with staff, with my colleagues, we are going to get this done. And this space is going to be respectful of why we have this space in the first place. And I never want anyone to forget that this space was born out of decimating a community. And we are bringing that community back to its vibrancy, economically, socially, everything that the community once was. Prior to this expressway going through that community, it will be again, and it will be a space that everyone can visit. It's going to be a place where not just our local residents will visit and enjoy, but tourists and people from all around, all of Miami-Dade County, Broward, Palm Beach counties. This is going to be a safe space where you can bring your children, where you can relax. And I am so proud to lead the charge for this space.
Good morning, everyone. I just wanted to very briefly make a few comments as the chair of the Omni CRA and the commissioner for District 2. This really marks an enormous milestone for the area and for all of the city of Miami. $60 million is difficult to get. So when we receive $60 million, imagine the impact we will be able to make in the underdeck and the way we can revitalize the areas of downtown, Edgewater, the entire city of Miami. And not only is it a way of acknowledging our past, but it's a beacon toward our future that's inclusive, diverse, and effective. I am so proud of everyone involved in this project, and I want to acknowledge Secretary of Transportation Pete Buttigieg and, of course, Senator Marco Rubio. Thank you.
Yeah, I just wanted to say it's a good thing for Miami. I'm glad that you're here and Commissioner Pardo and the mayor. And I think overall, I'm happy for you guys, for us, and it's going to be a positive thing. Thank you.
And this is an example of the city getting it right. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, guys. Yes. So the total budget is 80 million. This is 60 million, so it's 3/4 of it. And I'll use DOT interchangeably, right? So there's the federal DOT, which gave the 60 million, and then we're gonna have the state DOT, which is committed to 10 million. So that's 70 of the 80. And then the remainder, I presume that we'll come up with that. Well, first the construction has to end on the 395, right? This is the underdeck of the 395. So that's looking, I think it's projected for 25 or 26. So you got to go from there. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you for coming.